You're done. Break's over. It's over. Whatever they're doing, I like it. Look, found you. Let's
Yo, yo.
I can say what? Do you need to mute? Okay, you're gonna mute me. Gotcha.
I'm ready.
Wait. Tana, what do you do casting?
quick feed.
Yo.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Eva. I am joined by Tanaman, and we are bringing you Atlantic versus XTC.
Let's go, bro.
Game tonight.
Let's do it.
Tana,
Yeah, it is. I mean,
before we hit
I would say, at least in terms of the group stage, it's probably a bit of a must-win for XCC here. I mean, because of course they're going to be going up against some other strong teams here in this group stage, and in order to have a chance at cracking top 3, getting into that upper bracket, probably want to win this one. Will be a rough one though, as Atlantic currently are undefeated, and looking very strong, to be honest. Knight in really good form as well.
Yeah, beaten out FaZe, beaten out Hot. It's been a good start of the season for them, good start of group stage at least, and they're looking to make it even stronger. NIP, their only real competition, I'd say, in Group Alpha, but right now they're going up against XTC 0-1 team, so this is really a chance for Atlantic to cement themselves as the best of the best over in their group.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, they should be definitely favored here, but XCC do have some of those X factors that will definitely make this an interesting game, at least. Especially looking over towards like players like Cinder, who when they are feeling it, they can take over games. I think we've seen similar things from Alex and Seaton, if I'm not mistaken. Just having the potential to pop off and make any game winnable. Although the same thing could be said for Atlantic, who have had some incredible individual performance as well from players such as Knight, who did pop off in most of their games so far and just putting up the stats game after game.
Yeah, Atlantic got some shooters. Knight, Bonkashi, Sky, if he turns up, can be really strong as well for them. But I'm looking towards the substitution that we've had here, and it's one of your teammates, Sonoman. It's Ducky coming in for Rieko on the side of XTC. Do you think that's going to affect their game plans at all, or do you think that's going to boost up your chances of winning
Well,
here?
they do have Deco on the team, so obviously that would be pretty helpful. Now I'm not too familiar with exactly how good Rieko is. So I'm not sure how they compare in terms of players, but I know Ducky definitely has been performing well for us and has been doing more than you probably would have expected given his rank. So I think he's definitely a good sub in here for XCC, and yeah, can't wait to see him carry the game.
Definitely be keeping an eye out on that. But looking towards this map, Vito, we're starting out on Haven. XTC's own map pick. I got a little bit of insider knowledge from Jessie earlier on. She said that Atlantic generally are not favored or don't like playing on free site maps, so they try to get as many of those in the pool as they can. But we've ended up with Haven, Ascent, and Breeze as the decider. Starting out here, I'm seeing a chamber being covered on the side of Ecstasy. I'm curious how that's. I'm curious how you see that playing out.
I mean, I think the chamber on this map objectively has weaknesses that something like a Killjoy or a Cypher would not have, and it does, especially on the attack side, leave you some gaps. But even on defense, it might have some weaknesses in the sense that, you know, on attack side you don't really have a good way to just get passive info mid. Like, you don't have a camera turret to put there, and at the same time on defense you don't really have as much stall util, so you kind of do rely on your chamber just winning those 1v1s to prevent the attackers from just running down the sides and getting into really difficult bow spans for the defense. So yeah, I'm curious to see how that plays out, but also I want to mention that Duck is on the fade here, which I know is not really his comfort zone. I mean, he's supposed to be like playing smokes and duelist for us, and that seems to be his his most comfortable agents or roles right there. So curious to see how that's gonna play out.
That's one way to say that you've shoved him into home in jail.
Well, his most played agent is close, so it's not that much of a change, and he really likes playing Omen too, and it's not like he hasn't played it at all. So, but I mean, we will be seeing some different roles from him too. Bit of a spoiler maybe in our upcoming games, but yeah, I'm a bit worried for them here because I don't think he has a reps a lot of games on this fade, and I'm not sure how that's gonna play out for them. But
I mean, it's also just an off-meta type pick. This is one of the staple maps for Sova. Other than Ascent and Breeze, I'd say that this is like the Sova map, the quintessential. And going for a fade here instead, I feel like it's gonna make it a lot harder to clear out certain spaces.
I would actually argue that on this map specifically, fade generally is like maybe a bit easier to kind of play without much experience on most maps, but I think on Haven it's actually not so easy because the eye is not really that natural to use on the map, and
exactly.
If you don't have any like lineups or anything for it, it's just gonna be rough to get much value from that. And then yeah, the drone also just really good from Sova, especially on C-Long, which if the Simmer from ER does get an opt-out on C-Long, it's gonna be interesting to see how they will deal with that on their own attack side. Sorry, they don't have a chamber army, but even if they get the nubs on, say, the Neon from Knight or from ERA or like anyone else really, it's gonna be a bit of a problem for them. So we'll see how that goes. But first on his defense side, yeah, curious just Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, in terms of utility though, it's the side of Atlantic that has it in droves here. Has Astro for those recall smokes, has Cypher for the cages. So I feel like Ear here on the chamber is really going to struggle getting value if Atlantic are on top of their game. If they're using their utility properly, they should not be giving this chamber pick too many opportunities to get kills and to be a nuisance.
Yeah, and on top of that, with this Astra Sova comp, like they have a pretty nasty post plan too. So this C retake will by no means be easy for XTC. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they deal with that, because I do think that the most obvious answer to, or the most obvious strat to run against the chamber on Haven is just to try and abuse that C side and make defenders overstack it. Seeing as you don't really have too much of a side hold once they do get up long for free, sort of. So it's gonna come down to whether or not Ear here can get a pick on the C long angle before this hide actually comes through, because if they do get to execute on the side without any sort of players lost or damage taken, it's not gonna look too pretty for XTC, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And we are finally ready to be getting into this match. Pistol round about to start off, and I think Atlantic have exactly the same read as you, Tonaman, because they are set up towards the C long side. They wanna prevent this chamber from getting that early value. They wanna push him off a line and force a couple of rotated teams.
Yeah, and I'll be curious to see how much they invest for this, because if they do decide to swing S3, I mean, he does have this headhunter primed on the angle, so this could get a little bit sketchy. But if they do use that drone, which I think is currently being held in hand, it's gonna be very difficult for Ear here. Yeah, he does go down to Ear tonight.
Yeah, straight up taken out. The Rico smoked the drone and the double peak. Nothing you can do there. Cinder now forced to refill that space. And it's put even more rotate. Zayden getting pulled over as well. And Mino on the other side. Ducky taken out. A site 3 for the taking. This should be a plant pretty much guaranteed. Unless Jesse has something to say about it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just exactly what we were talking about beforehand. It's just the chamber is so abusable on this map if you do know where he's going to be playing on that side. And unfortunately for XTC here, it even leads to him dying right away, and it just becomes an almost unwinnable round for them, as ATLNTIC just go back to A, re-clear the space, and go into a post-ban up numbers that just isn't really winnable for XTC realistically. So yeah, curious to see what the switch up will be here from XTC, as they are now going to be on an eco round. It looks like they want to be doing some sort of stagger versus beat, maybe some sort of mid fight, although I'm not really too sure.
I mean, we probably won't see the exact adaptations coming in this early on, especially considering the 4 classics and the bandit are the only weaponry that they have in store.
Yeah,
but
it is a 5-man down middle here for XTC.
And could catch a couple of them off guard.
It should
Bonkashi
be
and Sky. Over
aware.
here with Swiffy!
Big whiff.
Bonkashi finds one, but they get traded out immediately, and now the swarms, the hordes are coming in. Sky's taken out, and that's 2 weapons handed over to XTC.
Now the round looking a little bit different. I mean, it's a 4v3, and they do have some guns here now on the side of XTC. A Bulldog and an Outlaw recovered. Oh, but Ducky goes down.
Look at the shield. 2 of them vulnerable to that Outlaw. So it's gonna have to be Rhea taking those first fights with Cinder. If they don't want to get one shot, one tapped real quick, but he's running in full force with the bandit, not even choosing to use the sniper. And it seems like it's going to be a little bit of damage here, unless Rhea has anything to say about it. No. Traded up by Rhea, couple of guns carried over, but hey, decent damage coming over for XTC. Gonna make this
Yeah.
bonus significantly weaker.
Yeah, sketchy around there. After those kills did go down in CT spawn, but they do manage to recover it, and they will now have a decent enough force buy. Although it does seem like
3
they will be
rifles.
committing more into this than perhaps would normally on a bonus. Now it does look like actually back on the original setup here, playing very spread out across the map.
A
Getting the
big
initial info
reveal.
on A.
And from the
Ducky
hot,
might
and
be a
now
bit
he's just
overseen here.
running it down. He thinks Ducky's easy prey. Wants to take that fight immediately. I'm saying managing to keep his life, but this is
Phoenix
a
ult
lot.
picked up.
Yeah, a lot of space already taken. That run it back in the back pocket, and it seems like an exec onto 8 is inevitable. Ducky now has to take a stand, make his mark, but it's Cinder instead getting kill after kill. Phoenix ult sent back, short player dispatched of, and now it's 2 players left, and this chamber of ear is crouching in on the backside, ready to take a bite out of the apple as well.
Yeah, and I mean it really looked quite good for Atlantic there for a while there. I mean the side hit should have been pretty favorable considering they were Phoenix ulting in and they did get the initial pick onto Ducky, but Cinder just popping off while also Sky gets picked off in mid there at the same time, and it just spirals out of control for Atlantic. Where, yeah, I don't know how it went so wrong, but I mean, actually, were even they on the road, they did not react to initial A pressure really at all. They were still 2 on A side, and somehow just make that round happen, which is huge for them, as now their economy is at least workable going into this 4th round of the half.
And on top
And
of that, those 2 kills for Ear really gonna boost his confidence. I feel like he's feeling ready to go and take this fight. The drone pushing him back, but does not turn.
dodging it, but I think it would have seen his TP on top of the mid-side box.
Yeah, not so sure about this. Looking for a bit of spam, but that Vandal gonna give away your position, son. So be careful for that one. Meanwhile, look at Cinder over towards middle. Wanders
Massive
out of D, gets
entry.
caught now by Sky.
Big first
So-
blood there for Atlantic from Sky.
And again, we're contacting both of these duelists, looking for a bit of a wander, a bit of a peek. Jessie finally finds one for her troubles, but that's a big hit onto her. And they know that this is going to be the weak side. Setting up for that execute. Or perhaps not, deciding to leave, evacuate. Expecting the rotates to come in, but Jessie has not caught anybody over.
I mean, I have to give it to Atlantic. They are very stubborn in their positionings in the mid round, and it has paid off this round. Although it looks like Atlantic will be going
figured it
back to
out.
this A side, and it's still only Jessie there.
The jig is up. Fat knows that lack of Sentinel U2 biting them. Is now Ducky gonna be late to the rotate, smoked off now. Splash comes in, but the kills are not there. Finally gets one, but traded out immediately. 3v3 as we go into the post plant. No ults to come up off of this. And that blaze wall to section off the site. Ear taking a little bit of chip damage from it as well, perhaps revealing his position. Is the paranoia up? Is it available? Yes, it is ready and waiting. Here we go. First one found by Rhea. Second one, Bonkashi. And a trade out onto their teammate leads them to a 3-1 lead.
I mean, I don't know what happened to the chamber trap in garage, I'll be honest, but it was just such a spread out hold from XCC once they did lose that initial pick, even after getting the trade and sure the 4v4, they just playing individual angles spread across the map, just waiting for the hit to come through, and honestly no matter where it would have gone there, they would have been kind of screwed because no matter where they went, there was one player to receive it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you said. This chamber one trademark as opposed to the 2 Cypher trips and the camera. Going to be rough, garnering passive information around the map, but no need for info here as it's going to be very direct, very instant. It seems as 5 players of Atlantic stacked over towards the same side. First one to go down, second one at the hands of Cinder. And that's the bomb as well. Spike stranded in sewers. Gonna have to be recovered, but this Jet is keeping a close eye.
Atlantic also just have no space anywhere across the map, but XCC do seem to just be believing that this will actually end on A side. And they might not be right here, as Atlantic are looking to go back, but it's very slow from them, having to re-clear all of the space.
Yeah, the lack of risk taking perhaps biting Ecstasy in the backside, but still the threat of it going to slow down the advance of Atlantic, gonna slow down the rotates.
30 seconds left.
And it seems like we're looking to end B without our duelist. Knight has decided to just run around in spawn, try and clear it out, looking for that potential chamber alert.
Look at the indecisive here. From
Yeah,
Atlantic.
it is. Heading into B though. Oh, many players ready and waiting, but Knight and Bonkashi pull off 2. Spike is down though, needs to be recovered. Can they get there in time? No,
Time
they
is just
can.
not there.
Bonkashi just not quite able to protect Sky. Knight gonna get a consolation kill or 2 here. Not even that. Ducky cleans it up and
The
rough
individuals for
going.
XCC showing up big there, getting those two first picks there, going up 5v3, and then just converting the round. But I do have to wonder what Atlantic were looking to do there, because they started 5 on A, but they took a long time to take any space, and just once they didn't get onto site easily, they just sort of stalled out and slowed down. Now 4 players for Atlantic starting on C here.
oh my goodness! A code hat from the Tour de Force. This chamber makes his mark on the game, proving why better than the Cypher, proving why Ear wants to be on this agent compared. And now 3 players once again, nearly the same. Knight replaced by Jam, but it's a lower buy. Only that singular Phantom on Bonkashi. Wander into a link. Lucky finds the pick. Another one perhaps, but no, it's Isha to cover her teammate.
1v5 for Bonkashi here. You'd think it's impossible. Yeah, spotted out as well. He does go
What
down.
are you gonna do?
I mean, an incredible opening double pick again from the individuals here. Like this time it's Ear getting that double with the Tour de Force, but I do have to wonder, after he's spotted out there upping by the drone, surely you'd invest a Phoenix Flash or something like that to prevent him from getting a free shot off, but
I mean, is it greed? Is it pride? Who knows? Yuto just not there. Gives
There will
that
be
chamber to freebie.
we will be seeing another force or another full buy here from Atlantic.
Up in the ultimate,
And
they're up, but it
Cinder.
does not matter when Cinder is shooting like that. Goodness me, look at him. Jesse with a running back deciding to send it down middle, get a little bit of information for her team, but I don't think you've been eating it. I think Cinder wants to do it all himself. Is looking back into A long here. The spike committed, and the other 2 players stranded across the map.
Yeah, and just another double entry for IC. They seem to be getting these every round. It's just incredible what they've been pulling off. And now Jam and Bonkashi just looking to find anything here.
Yeah.
Probably will be meeting Ducky on this angle here.
Just gonna be a straight up
find you.
exec. The haunt should reveal, but no, miss. There it is. The difficulty of utilizing this fade, rearing its ugly head. But now the jig is up. They know we're there. Ducky takes down 1, but it's a bad trade. If you're the side of Ecstasy, you'd like to be coming up with more off of that double hold on site. Now a 3v2 retake. Cosmic Divide available, but I don't think it's going to be committed. And with this paranoia, with his own utility, it's gonna be so damn hard. Doesn't hit anybody, but it lets him clear it out so damn easily. Flash comes through, kill comes through, and it's Bonkashi in a 1v3. Gets the first. Sitting ill on the spike here, finds Jesse in transition, but Ear is good for the trade. Gets the kill, gets a 4th round on the board for his team.
No fireworks today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that got so close, but a great round again from Cinder there, just instantly getting those double pick on long and just making the round so difficult for Atlantic. And I mean, you have to wonder how it can happen time and time again, considering that really there's not that many things that XCC can do other than going
I'll
for
show
those
them.
opening picks.
Lintik kayo.
Or just giving up the site. I mean, they don't really have any side holds here, realistically, so we should be wary of these aggressive fights into space. And Ear just disrespects the Sova drone completely, keeping the angle.
Make sure to maintain that cycling, gives it up the moment the jump shot comes through, but
Found my trap.
either way, the group up here, taking Garage pretty much for free, and now this exec coming in. Zayden finds the kill on the run it back. Couple more coming out from his headhunter, and Jesse's there for the support as well. Ear, absolutely phenomenal on the C side, gets 4.
Wow, what a round from Ear, holy. I mean, again, just the individual star power on this team, showing up time and time again. And I mean, it was a good idea, I think, for Atlantic to go for the C-split. I mean, they essentially split onto one singular chamber with like teammates flooding in late to support him, and somehow he just gets 4 out of a position where he should oftentimes not even get 1, you would argue. Incredible work from him. And we will be seeing a timeout here from Atlantic now.
You said it, busting open that C side of the map could be the key to this attack side victory. But it all depends on one man's performance, one man's individual form, and that man is Ear, and that man is currently top of the lobby with 11 kills in 8 rounds. Just
yeah, I mean, the confidence just out of control as well. I mean, he gets tagged by Sojo and fully pinged out his exact position, and he just stays on the angle, trusting he is better. And I mean, he showed it that, yeah, he is. And he's been just such a problem for Atlantic in these rounds. And now we will be seeing him on this A site with the operator, switching it up, which I think is a great idea. I mean, Atlantic will be thinking about anything but this chamber being short right now, I think. Although they do seem to be ready on this angle. Let's see how this goes.
Nope! Top frag, or rather, the key player, Knight, for the side of Atlantic, ready for that peak, but just a little too slow on the trigger. Ear takes his head right off. Overkill if you may. And now Zayden! So much confidence! Bottom of the scoreboard, but his teammate seems to have inspired him, just taking the raw duo up against Skies. And Ducky in this off angle takes cover behind the enemy neon wall. Couldn't quite make it happen in a couple of kills. Wait a second, this is a C site now open.
Everywhere Atlantic wants to go, they are just being challenged, and it just goes. It goes the way of XCC so many times, but now somehow a 3-3 retake anyway, and time pressure will be mounting.
Give me those.
Updraft above gets Aria out of the picture now. Cosmic Divide
But now
does not matter in this.
Sova ult and Astra Stars on the spike. It's gonna be tough, but they managed to have it with the body block. Wow. I didn't actually realize it until I saw Zayden sticking there, but they body blocked the Astra Suck and managed to get it to half, which just fully caught Atlantic off guard. Beautiful play there from XCC, but honestly that round should never have even been close. I'm not sure how they got picked off on the C side there, but the opening picks from XC just so strong again that round. Ear getting that first pick onto Knight in short, and then Sidon just confident to take the schools in mid as they have been every round so far, and it just keeps working out for them. As another.
Not even the Phoenix Flash can stop him. Ear is just on another level right now. This operator has woken him up, and he is carrying his team for this defensive half. Zidane, again, same position, same opponent, and the outcome is no different. 3v5 again.
So dominant on mid doors angle, it's remarkable. As another pick from Ear onto Rhea, and Atlantic just looking a bit lost here, just not sure what to do, just getting outclassed in every fight they take, it feels like. And now Bonkashi and Jam 2v4 at 5 even.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Your economy's in the gutter. You've used your 2 big ultimates in the last round to no avail. An unfortunate half of the spike comes through to prevent that Hunter's Fury from having any effect, and now you're left scattered, trying to save a couple of weapons, but not even that will be afforded. Bonkashi taken down, Jam the only one standing, and surely he gets hunted down as well.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, I don't know what to even do as a Atlantic. I mean, the options that should have worked just don't, and you just, every time you try and slow it down, make some pressure on the map, you just get picked off. I mean, I would like to see them use more util for these initial peaks. I mean, against the Chamber and Chet comp, you know that they will be there, you know that they will be contesting that space, but yeah, even through the util, I mean, sometimes it doesn't even matter. XCC is still finding some of those picks.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, it feels like.
Gotta rein in the discipline. Make sure that you're not overextending yourself. That kill on tonight, I believe, was due to a jump spot that he did alongside the Flash, getting a little bit greedy, trying to get that information on the Flash, the player in the main, but Ear reads it, finds the timing, hits the shot, and now again he's to be challenged over towards this long angle. No drone. The Flash is up this time, it's good.
Let's get flashed
But
out,
a
but
repeat, nobody's holding it!
That is insane.
Regardless though, speeding up into the C side, Spearhead or not, it's Rhea and Bonkashi, the two to push through, to create the space for their team. Losing the Sova, but Sky's found a nice little opening here into Garage window. Gonna be a crucial bit of space if they're to go for his retake, but there it is! Not expected, Jesse, run it back, sent back immediately. Nice, we're gonna stack onto one. Rhea's good for it though, finds a kill, and it's all up to Bonkashi. Top of their team scoreboard, still has that Cosmic Well. Delay a little bit of time on the spike, but the walkout is there. Cinder not expecting it, but Ducky's there for the coverage. 2v1 converted, and it's an 8-4 minimum at the half.
Incredible work from Ducky and Cinder there to bring back that retake. I mean, it was looking rough, especially after that Phoenix ult from Yessi is taken out by Sky's positioning in Garage window, and yeah, somehow the trades and then after that just the fighting together so good from XCC that manages to win that post time, which I really would not have favored them in, to be honest. And yeah, now it's just looking so rough for Atlantic, who arguably should be looking for a pretty good attacking half on this map with this comp. Now having to do the most to even get those 4 rounds as another C-long default comes out.
Oh, and Cinder! Yet another nightmare for the move. The operator has to evacuate the side though. No backup guardian like the Chamber, and the shorty just not quite it at that range. Overdrive takes him down. And now Rhea once again just looking to fight for his backside control. No Sova in play, but Jesse's on this flank. Zidane with 2. Sky takes him out, but Jesse's there, not hitting the shot. The whiffs are crucial, but the shots are hit eventually, and the information coming through. Let's Bonkashi take this fight over towards CT. Ducky's found. Cosmic Well is still available, ready to stall for time, but the
Pulling
location
them
not
in.
quite known. Tap gonna reveal it.
And
Stun
we'll be seeing
still
that
there.
stun going through probably on his next stab here.
There it is.
Yes, he
Stuns
tries to get ahead
up.
of it.
Reveal.
Oh my god, no bullets!
Plenty of bullets in the classic to make up for the ones missing in the Phantom. 8-4 at halftime. Monkashi somehow, some way, clutches it back for their team at the very end.
It's an important round for them to win, but we'll have to see if it is enough. I mean, this map generally would be considered more favorable for attackers, and especially with these comps, the Phoenix Jet, Phoenix Neon, they should be doing better on the attack side, but who knows, maybe this lack of operators on the attack side might make a difference here for XCC, as you will be seeing them posturing over towards C here, which on pistol round is generally a pretty good idea. Sky starting very far up.
Yeah, camera reveals a bunch though. 3 players spotted. Rhea finding that pick over towards middle. Zayden now removes their smokes by dying. And Knight with the walk up. So much space taken in such a short amount of time based off of that little bit of information from the camera.
Yeah, and I mean, just a bit of lack of pace from XCC, as they do now manage to find an entry onto Rhea.
Yep, Cinder looking for the spikes on the backside, but Knight is good for it, covers his teammate. Jesse now left stranded in enemy territory, surrounded, and a pistol converted gives chances into this map. They can come back into this now.
Yeah, really good job there from Atlantic there. As I said, I mean, the chamber does just have a lot of gaps in middle usually. Unable to hold space the way a Cypher Killjoy would, and they just abuse it right away. Finding those timings, finding those picks in the middle part of the map. But I also have to wonder,
This is a nice spot.
XC probably looking to maybe have a bit more pace in this next round here, as their comp does allow it.
Orb denied there from the defensive side. Phoenix won't be able to farm that for Isha. Tailwind already utilized, so entry into the site gonna be rough, but the smokes are coming down nonetheless. We've stacked here with all of our chips. We have to commit into this, or what Ecstasy are thinking, and they're looking to get it, but Knight is too damn strong in the side hold. Finds 2. It gives time for his teammates to flood back into it. No damage to be dealt besides that Phoenix death, and even that I'd say is a benefit as they run it back online for the bonus now.
Yeah, beautiful side hold, and I mean, it is a little bit one-dimensional from XCC there, probably, perhaps. I mean, once they did get denied that long orb, they seem to sort of be out of ideas and just decide to hit onto the side anyway and just meet way too much of a hold to do anything there with the eco weapons. But now,
I mean, what idea can you have when you're stacked as 5, got no info anywhere on the map? You pretty much just gotta go into that site.
And now, better guns for Atlantic here. Sorry, XCC here. We'll see what they do with it, as they do seem to be looking over towards the C side.
Yep, yeah,
Taking
clear it out. Could be an indication. Smokes are coming through, and now this exec should be all but a reality. Paranoia comes through, the dash is in. Pont gonna reveal the positioning over towards back Plat, but the space is still not taken. They're able to flood back in, run it back, send back, but Sky traded out for ducking out. This backside still a contested area. Bonkashi fighting heavy for his team. Finds 4 on the site, and it's ear left all to his lonesome. Vandal behind enemy lines. Is the positioning expected? Not in the slightest! He finds both of them! Bonkashi with 4 kills on the round, but it's all for naught. That 5th evades them and leads to a bonus denied for
Massive
Ecstasy.
clutch from ear there. I mean, denying the ace, they needed that round there to prevent this half from fully snowballing out of control. As even so, with 4 players going down, they're by a little bit weaker here. 2 Bulldogs having to be bought up. And it looks like they actually want to be looking over towards middle here and probably trying to break some of the Cypher util that's giving so much info over towards Atlantic on these rounds.
Yeah, here in the meanwhile, posted over towards that C-long angle, but just has the Vandal, no scope to play with this time. The economy not good for that, but no matter. It's gonna be pacey into B-side with the run it back. Jet over the top, gonna clear out back Dong, but Knight and Bonkashi once again killing his mirror, taking down the fade. Ducky not having a great game, Cinder taken out as well. A pick over towards Garage, but not too much space gathered off of that. We're just constricted on the B side, that net growing tighter and tighter around them. Only two remain. Spike is stranded. We gotta find a way to recover it. Zayden got
Spike's
the back up here. The man of the hour. He assisted with the paranoia, finds one of the blinded player, but a scroll wheel jump. What are you gonna do? Nothing else other than that. A 1-for-1 trade.
Left.
And
One
his
enemy
teammate defend for himself. One found in the 1v2. These players hopelessly disconnected. Happens to the spike. Pull back, smoke, walk up, and the kill is found! Zayden brings Ecstasy up to 10.
These individuals from Xctually just coming up so big time and time again. Incredible round there from Zayden, or clutch there from Zayden to put Xctually ahead and forcing Atlantic down to an eco, which I mean they should really have no right to do so, but
Does anyone have funds?
now this attacking half is looking a lot different, I think, and it looks like Atlantic want to be punishing this A side of the map a little bit more, taking some aggressive space here.
Yep, and it's aggressive as you said. Spotted out by Jesse, but I don't think that's going to stop them. Bonkashi, meanwhile, on the B side, went for a little bit of a wander, got taken down, lost her head for it. But with the trip broken, with the blaze wall up, his drone is creating alarm bells for Ecstasy. They want to stay behind to match his aggression. And there it is, both of the kills over towards the side of Ecstasy. Traded out for one, but Zayden's creating all sorts of trouble in the back of the B side. Not quite finding the last one, but a 1v3. Surely not doable for Knight in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, does have a Vandal to play with here, but this positioning should be so hard to clear out for him.
Hot hand still in play. Can be used to clear out something, but that Prowler further delaying his advance. Singular flash can look to take it right, yo. First and foremost, but Jesse's good on it. Expecting the swing out from the short angle, but it comes from default box instead. Now 11, and this is really the make or break for Atlantic Esports.
Yeah, and I mean they do have some ults to work with here and a proper buy. Possibly maybe able to play for retake on a side and contest the rest of the map more heavily. They are getting a lot of info in mid from these trips most of these rounds. It's not being consistently dealt with by Xctually, but it does not seem to matter as they are just outclassing Atlantic in so many of these fights. It's making the biggest difference really, and we will be seeing a bit more of a default again from Xctually, maybe hoping to work a pick with this tour de force here for Air.
Yep, that's the culprit. That's what started it on the defense side. Now on the flip side, looking to generate a pick, generate an opening into the site rather than a shutdown on the hit. But Guy's patient, doesn't want to buy, just maintaining his positioning over towards the back.
Prowler is dodged, but Cinder did seem to still be aware of the angle, but
oh no, doesn't clear. And Ducky, expecting his teammate to be aware, has let himself walk past. Another one coming in from behind. Jesse should be good for the trade, but the spike dropped gives away intentions more than anything.
timing honestly rough there for tonight. Easily could have had two there had it gone slightly differently, but a 44 now here as
Yeah,
Actually
coming
just
in.
sending it in
Jesse.
onto A.
Yeah, Rhea just deciding to face the long angle and take and lose her line for it.
Spike
Jam
planted.
trying to assist, but to no avail. And now Sky and Bonkashi
Last player
in a
standing.
2v4. Make that 1v4 with Cinder taking yet another one. Can't quite get up into the heaven window, but I don't think he's gonna care. Bonkashi now spotted out. And this is match point. You can't give this up. Your economy's in tatters. And it doesn't even matter to the side of Ecstasy. They want this kill. They want the ult orb for Jesse. Gonna find it in the form of a death, but this round is good as lost. And match point 12-6 now. Handed over handedly to Ecstasy.
Yeah, I mean it's the
Match
classic.
point.
You get shot, you
look.
die
They're desperate.
trick here from XTC. I mean, some of these
just that.
positions. I mean, some of these positions are definitely are played really well from them as well. The team play on these sides is great, but the duels just going their way time and time again as well. But we will be seeing maybe a
Let's go.
more decisive stack here from Atlantic.
Go,
3
go,
players
go.
over towards C side.
Stop it.
Rhea
Rhea
running it
sending it
down with a
down.
judge. We found the space over towards Cubby already. Couple more players walking in to back her up, but doesn't seem like Ecstasy are interested in that side of the map. Jam! Gotta get a spot out on the Phoenix. Look over towards the window. Gonna sell a little bit more pressure towards this side of the map, but gonna be a wander back over towards Amy things. Don't think they want to be dealing with any of that.
Cinder aware of his positioning, but will that be enough to deal with this judge?
Yep!
Does get the first, but the trade from Bokashi is great.
At least denies a little bit of that information. Bonkashi forced to give up the angle, trying to set up stars for their team. But now this lack of information over towards C is letting Ecstasy
I
just
win
creep
again.
over towards the A side. Exploration towards
30
middle
seconds
denied
left.
by Ear again. He's just looking for more outside the range of that rendezvous. I don't think he gives a damn. He just wants to take the fight. Yep, there it is again. Sentinel on Sentinel violence now. Taking out another one, but Knight on the A side finds a huge free kick with the running back. Does not matter. Volkashi's there for the trade out after he goes back. Ear not quite able to end the game there and then, but still a lot of damage onto the Atlantic economy.
Beautiful run from Knight. I mean, that looked very rough for them for a second there. 2 big kills from Ear found in mid there, just opening up the round, but Knight just going absolutely crazy with that running back on the A side. As now another default setup here from XTC looking to deny that C info, but actually there is none to speak of this round as Atlantic posturing over heavy towards the middle side with Knight going for the same play he went for a couple rounds ago. We'll see if this time XTC are more aware of it.
Doesn't seem like it. Ear is posted up on this angle, but look at the rest of Atlantic. Because of all the space, because of the Cypher utility, they're 4 towards C and Garage. No deep positions, but this judge again in Garage. Knight finds the pickoff, finds the kill onto the chamber. And
Get out of my way.
again,
It works out
Cypher
great for him.
Works out great, but Atlantic don't quite seem to know where this is going. The updraft might give them a bit of a clue, and still 4 players over towards this side of the map. There we go. Neurotheft comes through. Judge Rhea sounds out. Jesse caught out in the middle of B side. Knight looking for that kill, but not
30
going to
seconds
find it. 3 on 3 now. Ducky finds another one. 2 on 3. And Bonkashi still fighting.
Spike
2
planted.
on 2 now. Have to play on site. Causing divide is available. Gotta deny that long angle, but
Bring
Nightfall
them down.
just as likely to cause trouble here. Where's the Mac assigned? Ducky electing to take the fight himself.
Covering it. Pulling them in.
Out of place for you to.
Last player
Who comes
standing.
through? He comes
One
through.
enemy
Spender!
remaining.
Guy! Fighting it out, but it's the Bulldog to come through. The weaker weapon buys another round of time for the side of Atlantic.
Yeah, it's a bit. That round got really weird. I think. Well, I don't know what we're trying to do is just play for the retake on C side, considering the ults they had, and it did let them just hold so much more space on the rest of the map and got them into a chase position. But then, just the individual from XC just finding gaps, finding picks, and bringing the round back. But a great work there from Sky and Bonkashi to
That goes there.
recover that round and close it out and give Atlantic another chance here into this game. As now
If you hold
12-8,
on,
I
though.
mean, it's very winnable.
I mean, you say that, but eventually these ults are all gonna start coming up. This scoped rifle for ear
Here.
gonna start to ring out.
Holds a shot.
Use the shoulder. Recon. Spotting out the position of Cinder, and Ria is here again. Right place, right time of the judge perhaps, but mouth out by actually terribly cursed. A little bit of smoke to fake the walk-in, but be aware of it. Ecstasy. Looking at the sides here, not sure where they want to end, not sure where they want to hit. Just trying to see if Atlantic are going to go on the offensive again. Ultimately seems to be a group up for the C side exec. Nitro
and-
is in their hands and 35 seconds left.
I mean, Atlantic not really too heavily stacked towards the
30
side, but they do have a lot of players ready to flood in once the hit does come through.
a
Sky
lot of
falling off
damage.
for the time being.
Camera taken out.
And you like to
One
see the
HP.
damage going on your Phoenix. Heal it right back up with Jesse, but despite in a dangerous spot coming in through Garage, Cinder in the back of the site, claiming
Over the time.
troubles. Plat
Spike planted.
looking to be denied, but the Hunter shooting misses. It's hard. Gonna let them go for the nightfall. A little bit of friendly fire, and this might just be it for Atlantic. 2 players to hold on to this map. Ria
Yeah,
with the
Ria
judge spotted
going
out,
to the
not
Joke's
popping the
over.
overdrive,
You're
just keeping it.
All the ults being sent in as well, and Jam, nothing he can do. I mean-
Attackers win.
A bit of a tragic way to lose that map there.
It's a rough one for sure, but what can you expect? Ecstasy's map picked for a reason, and that defensive half, I'm super impressed with Ear. I'm pretty sure we're going on to Ascent next, and I don't know if they're going to be playing the Chamber on it, but I'm really hoping that they do.
I mean, just making the most happen in situations where really there shouldn't be anything. I mean, like, it's just incredible work from them. I mean, like the picks he kept getting with our operator, just making so many rounds so difficult for Atlantic. It's really exceptional.
Yeah, meanwhile on Atlantic, flashes of brilliance, sure, but only one at a time. We'll see if they're going to be able to make it happen. Get us a little bit of a better showing, prove why they're top of their group. Hopefully on this next map of Ascent, their own map pick, but all of that right after a short break. again. I am Eva, once again joined by the lovely Tanaman and map 2 of XTC Atlantic. Map 1, we saw dominance coming out from ER Helvetica on the chamber, and honestly, Atlantic look kind of scattered, look kind of lost. What are we
Yeah.
expecting to see on this ascent, Donna?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure if actually I've played Ascent before. But yeah, I think as long as they get these star players on agents and in positions where they can frag, I want to believe that they will be able to put up that same dominant performance. Although perhaps I think just a bit weaker on that map of Haven. I think on Ascent on Ascent they've been proven to be quite a strong team. Curious to see how it will go though.
Yeah, looking towards the stats, it's clear who the MVP of this game was. Despite Don Caffrey putting up numbers on the R team, they just were not enough to carry from that smoke throw. Meanwhile, Helvetica, you're on this chamber. He put up an incredible performance, 23 and 14, and so many opening picks as well. But the one I want to highlight is Cinder, 19 kills, and I think in the first 8-ish rounds of the defense half, so many of them were so high impact. He just kept getting 2k after 2k on that A side, just preventing entries. It just felt like Atlantic had nowhere left to go.
Both Helvetica and Cinder just 5 first bloods respectively. I mean, it's just showing in the stats as well the amount of rounds that were just massively advantage for XT. I mean, because the first ones don't even tell the whole story, because so much of the time it was actually 2 entries, sometimes like just coming out untraded from these players, and it just makes these rounds so difficult for Atlantic time and time again. And yeah, even though maybe some other issues like Duck not being too comfortable on that scan roll, or maybe some of the comps not being too optimal, just don't matter when these players are just having so much impact every single round. It's truly incredible. And yeah, we will be going into Ascent, which is another map where Sova is quite a bit more favored or more preferred over Fate by most people. So interesting to see how that's. Yeah, interesting to see how it's gonna work out again, since Doug not really able to play Sova at all. I mean, as far as I know, basically never played the agent. So yeah, we'll see how this map goes. Curious to see what we will be seeing in this agent select that will be coming up shortly. Any thoughts on Atlantic's Ascent that you might want to add?
I have not had the pleasure of watching them play it, but since it's their map pick, I'm just gonna check really quickly.
I do remember playing against them on Ascent, I believe.
13-11 with Knight dropping 26 on the Omen.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, to be honest, this Atlantic team just a little bit like XC, just the most notable thing most of the time is their individual star power. I mean, Nai and Bokashi, both incredible fraggers, and yeah, the players on the backing them up also quite capable. I do remember they played the chamber on this map though, the sky. So that's one interesting thing, that it does affect how they have to play that defense side once again, because yeah, another case of not having as much selling power, having to contest way more aggressively, to be honest. Sometimes just straight up running it down one of the sides just to prevent those side hits from coming through, as those are a little bit hard to stop with this comp that they're running. But
yeah, and looking into it, it seems that we do just like on the other hand, we might just be seeing a reversal of roles between Sky and Helvetica here. They looking back at the NIP match for Ecstasy, They played a Cypher comp. They went for the Cinder, Yoru, Jesse, Jen, and they put Helvetica back on the Cypher. So curious whether they're gonna stick with that comp or they're just gonna swap it up just to try and get that player that's in good form today onto an agent where he can frag out more. Just play the chamber instead of the Cypher.
Yeah, I see that. But yeah, I mean, it's also a bit of a comfort thing. I mean, chamber, I personally find is an agent you have to kind of be comfortable playing on the map you're on, seeing as just the angles you play and stuff like that. You have to kind of be used to it and know what works and what you can kind of expect. And I think it's hard to force it on Ascent specific as well if you're not too comfortable on the agent. But I mean, when someone is feeling it like Helvetica is today, it's hard to argue against it, really.
Yeah, but as I said, perhaps choosing to stay within their comfort roles. And yeah, the Cypher hovered, the Jet hovered. Seems like nothing's going to be changing. Knight still sticking onto that Omen despite doing so damn well on the Phoenix. Seems like this is really his comfort agent. This is what he likes to play. So gonna swap roles with Ponkashi, put them on the Phoenix in their stead. And
if he puts up if he puts up a similar performance on that Omen, I mean, it doesn't really matter what agent you're playing at that point if you're just dropping absolute bombs on people. And it does look like Ducky will be hopping onto that Sova, which yeah, curious to see how that goes. Hopefully able to do at least the minimum that his team needs him to do to make these runs doable. It's an interesting comp locked in by XC in general with the Jet Neon here. I'm not sure if they were playing that before, but
no,
I do think that's...
I'm 99% sure.
Yeah. Yoru, okay.
It was Yoru, exactly.
Right, well...
Said it 2 seconds ago, forgot it already.
This does change things a bit on how you have to play this map, because it does limit your options a little bit in terms of your ability to pop through choke points. I mean, Jet and Neon by all means good at doing so, but you don't have a flash, you don't have some of that like util to clear out maybe some of the defensive util such as Euro clone. So I mean, I'm curious to see how it goes. Maybe just more comfort as well for them on this Neon Jet stuff. Yeah, they are starting on defense side as well, which generally favorable on Ascent. Gives you those guaranteed 12 rounds play on defense, gets you a good first half most of the time. So we'll see what they look to do on this pistol round, as Heavy Ghost Bite coming in from XCC here, as presumably looking to fight something together, prioritizing those better guns over the utility a lot of the time. We'll see. We'll be seeing a 4-1 split here for ATLNTIC most likely.
Yep, just getting a couple of production checks in play before. My goodness. Alright, our observer's having a couple of technical issues, so maybe a couple more seconds before we get that fixed up. Regardless, though, I'm looking at Sky, and on the chamber last time, Swaps it up, goes for the Cypher instead this time around. So choosing to go for the stability and the consistency of that info.
I mean, Cypher's still definitely an agent where you can frag out on. Yeah. Although the main difference will be that operator, which I mean is just not really viable on that Cypher agent most of the time. So curious to see how he will be doing on those rifles in comparison.
Yeah, you're not really gonna be opping on the Cypher, and I'm curious as to who is going to be opping, if anybody, on this ATLNTIC side once we get to the defense half, because they have Jesse on the jet for XCC, but no real consistent opera agent. The Neon perhaps your best bet when it comes to Atlantic, but I feel like having that scope, being able to abuse the hell out of it, is one of the cornerstones of the Ascent defense side. The something really hard to deal with, and if you don't have somebody who's comfortable on that, if you don't have somebody who wants to pick up that op, I think you're gonna have a bit of trouble once you get to that defender side.
Absolutely, and I mean, I do think that Neon and Jet both very viable, at least to play that op on. I mean, it's just it comes down to your personal comfort levels, I would say. But that's definitely a map where it's worth getting that op out when you can. I mean, so many powerful lines to take. It's really hard to play into as an attacker. As mentioned before, we will be seeing the 4-1 coming out here from Atlantic. 4 players, everyone except Sky, starting over towards this A main space, and XCC have at Helvetica on this A side with his setup ready to receive it.
Yeah, Trip and play, Cannon play. Troctar not finding its mark, and the smoke's coming in. Should just be the call for the exec. But Ria caught up, trapped up in the trapwire, taken down. Helvetica as well from that coffin box up in heaven. Looking for all sorts of trouble to create. Drops down, taken out by Jam though. But the cavalry is here. Ducky with the reveal, not getting the scan out onto anybody. Drone should get them a little bit of info, but Cinder, are you looking the right way?
Oh, but this
Are you
lurk
ready
from
for the
Sky.
fight? No, you aren't, and the backstep from the Cypher is immaculate. Picks up the classic, but Bonkashi's just too damn good with it in hell. 2 kills for them, and finally an advantage round gained for the side of Atlantic.
I mean, I am surprised that worked, but the team fighting on site there was really good from Atlantic, playing it off each other, covering each other. But yeah, I mean, the setup was there to receive them, and it did work in XCC's favor at first. But now, having to play this eco round just for Classic and a Bandit, has Atlantic opt to go for a slower approach here, wait out any aggression, as they will be receiving that in mid.
Here.
Yeah, bit of a walk down from Helvet. Looking to catch some sort of timing, but way too aware of it. Seeming at home in this map of Breeze. They know every little nook and cranny, every little timing they could take, and Bonkashin is ready to take these duels with the rifle. Build up that run it back, and a flawless round. Not quite able to get up to the ultimate, which is a shame, but you're not going to complain about nobody dying in a bonus. Or in a run 2, pardon.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, a good attempt there from XC maybe, but to be sure, but perfect or not response, but I think just perfectly ready for it, and everything just works out as they wanted it to work out. As now 5 players of Atlantic starting towards B side here, looking to just go for a fast push, it looks like.
Yeah, fast hit in the pistol, fast hit into this one as well. Now, slightly lower weaponry, but it's Bonkashi picking up that orb, ready to go for these fights with that rifle. Not quite finding one, but giving Rhea the opportunity. But Ducky sends the running back, gets 2 kills on top of that, and Jesse's there for the crossfire as well. Fighting out of market, Zayden gets a little bit too big for his britches, perhaps, but all is well, but ends well, and Helv is there to support all 3 players for Ecstasy, now grouped up towards his B side, and Sky is left wondering what to do and where to go. Still a minute on the clock for him, but not many chances abound.
XCC not moving here too quickly. Having
spots out the
Yes,
spots out the
never mind.
corpse, reveals his positioning, and Jesse swift on the come up. Defensive buy route secured for Ecstasy, and that's going to give them a solid foundation to build on in this first half. defense, perhaps the most important half of any map of any side.
Yeah, and they did take out that
My spot.
that running back from Bunkash as well, which now 7 orbs
That goes
definitely
there.
what you want to be seeing if you're XCC here. Now, it looks like a bit of a slower approach on this buy round for Atlantic. Taking the A main space, looking to walk up mid here. And XCC do seem to be reacting quite well. 3 players already here to receive them.
But the split is coming in and the kills are not. At least for Atlantic, XCC having plenty of that on their side. Sky finds a pickup onto Jesse in mid. But still a lot of work to do. Cage comes through, pick up a rifle, perhaps reveal the position, but not quite early enough to Poseidon before Knight can trade him out. And now, this is the captain, this is the star player. Lights out performances on this map historically. But now a 2v1 to deal with, and the spike not yet planted.
Yeah, I mean, looks like XCC here just making sure they're not giving anything to Knight here, but soon they will be having to worry about this
30
rotation
seconds
over
left.
to the B side. He would have had time, although now he will be committed to go A, but XCC
Onto
don't know
heaven.
that.
Is it expected? The drone doesn't spot.
Is
The
spotted,
Thunder
and
is there.
Cinder
The
cleans them up.
Neon. Proper coverage for his teammate.
Yeah, and I mean, just solid round from XCD. I mean, they just don't ever worry for a second that the noise made by Atlantic is fake, and they just confident to sack 3 players over towards the A side and just hold it down, and that's exactly what they did, really. And yeah, I mean, Atlantic maybe needing to add a few more layers to these rounds on this attack side.
Up in there it is. That scoped rifle coming into play instantly takes the pick off onto Sky. Lower shields. Just lets that be a freebie for Jesse. And with that Cypher on the other side, they should know that the majority of the players are here towards a main for Atlantic. Hot hand dealing a little bit of damage, but it's going to be a flawless round regardless. Into the blender and out is minced meat come Atlantic.
Beautiful cleanup from XC there on the anti-eco. Yeah, curious to see what Atlantic's adaptation will be. I mean, they do seem to be just getting kind of red on everything they do, and they really aren't adding any kind of fakes or like rotates or pressure, or like different kind of pressures into their round. So I don't see that changing unless they change something here in this round. As another heavy AD bot coming out, and yes,
Oh, the camera got broken by that defensive Cypher Helvet, setting up his duelist for that advantageous fight. Not expecting the operator to be on the angle. Now again, that Cypher lurk, all of that space just given up. The camera, full information into main, just gonna allow for a massive 4-man stack over towards this A site.
yeah, I mean, just beautiful play to set up this initial pick, but now it does seem like Atlantic are looking to kind of go back into this B side of the map, and there is nothing to stop them except for the Cypher Util, which should spot out this reclear from Jam with the drone.
Yeah, in the presence of the operator forcing out the drone, would have liked to save it for a later time, perhaps not give away the game so early, but the rotations are coming in. That Neon is fast on the rotate. She's here ready and waiting. Helvet takes out one through the smoke. Gets that Euro theft online. Gonna give them all the info they could possibly want in the world.
From
Poseidon. Great job on the backstab. Finds one. Helvet yet another for his trophy case. Ultimate swarmed, taken out. 4-2 a lead now, growing. We're actually terribly
Beautiful play from XC to get that first pick, and I mean the rest of the round just so good. The deep cam from Helvetica just letting them stack the rest of the side, be confident, and once it does give them that info, they are just there to receive them as they go into site. And yeah, I mean, Atlantic just have to be a bit more wary of how they take this space, maybe on this B main angle, and
Take flight.
invest a little bit more over to site, as they will be doing now with a drone coming out from Jam,
Enemy tagged.
spotting Cinder, spotting the cam.
Yep. Finally broken. Denies that bit of info, but at the fill back, Rhea, pardon, Cinder has already filled that space back in on the meanwhile. Trades happening over towards tree. Gonna force him to juggle back the rifle. Jesse now has to give up the angle, but quick to get back onto it. Rhea not taking advantage of the noise heard, and without smokes, this hit into A is gonna be so damn difficult.
Yeah, and it's another situation where the number's not there, the gun's not there, nothing really left to be done for Atlantic except hope for a miracle here, which it
Yeah,
seems Jesse will be denying.
One enemy remains.
Stun
Not
does
available
connect,
to them.
but
Jesse and Helvet, the Scopes demon from past and the Scopes demon of today, joining forces to deny any sort of round for the side of Atlantic.
these operators really just the Atlantic's kryptonite. It feels like, I mean, so many opening picks found every single round, and a timeout will be called now for Atlantic from Jam. And I mean, what really do you look at here? I mean, you just have to invest the yield to clear those angles and be ready for these aggressive angles that actually like to take. But I mean, they just seem to, like, once they take that initial space on the main, they just seem to sort of freeze and start walking around the map without much util use at all anywhere else, and it just opens up so many timings for Jesse to get those picks with it up, or even Cinder or Helvetica to find picks and make the round so much more winnable or so much harder to win for Atlantic rather.
Yeah, look to where you have succeeded when you're having trouble. It was that fast hit on the pistol that got them the first round on the board, and I'm honestly hoping that they just go for another one of those fast hits, just clear out that trip over towards a main and run this Cypher down, but
Yeah,
that doesn't
they do
seem
have
to be
that
what's in
neon
the
node
cards.
available.
Cage triggered.
Finally giving this operator the respect it deserves. Not positioned here. Instead, Cinder to deny the info with a camera. Oh no, Jesse's looking on the corner, forces out the drone as well. So much utility spent on an operator that's not even in the spot you're clearing. Just looking towards tiles.
here.
Rhea shows the shoulder, shows the body, and Jesse's good for the shot. Knight though finds the pick on his mirror image. Poseidon now taken down, takes out the camera as well, so this is pressure. Pulling, rotates over towards the A side. Letting his teammates set up for the B exec. The issue is though, no dark cover available, no smokes prevent this operator line. Currently posted up on the mid smoke, but Ducky
Spike down.
good enough for it with the rifle as well. Finds a pick, finds a lot of
Right up
damage.
mid here.
Seconds left.
Up the lurk up into
Finds
market.
one. Lives two.
Stealing sight.
And a 2v3 now on the post plant. Lucky one off that Hunter's Fury, but it shouldn't come into play at this point. Just too damn close to his opponents to make any sort of good use of it. The health is low, but the money is high, so no reason not to go for this retake here. Camera should come back in a second, give them some sort of a glimpse of information. No tag onto Bonkashi, and the time running down. Knight with a 4-piece to bring his team back into the game and into the round.
Amazing work from Knight there. I mean, finding that, I believe, initial pick onto them, and then after that, just so much impact on the lurk into market, finding one, staying alive, cleaning up as well. I mean, great run from him, and it seems like I have found a little bit of a solution to these issues. I mean, investing lots of util into the main space and being more cautious of this mid angle too, as they smoke off Yessi.
You saw her think about it. You saw her considering taking that blind shot, but didn't want to give away the positioning. Didn't want to alert the enemy to where this operator is. The threat of it being plenty of value for her team already. And Zayden now under threat of being overrun perhaps. Paranoia comes in, Slide comes through, but tucked behind the safety of the wall now. Free space conceded. Paranoia back into it to fight, but not quite catching both of them. Rhea too damn close to it, still has vision. But speaking of that, Ear has a clear picture of exactly where Brokashi is, takes him down. Yet another repeat for him! And Cinder with the backup, not even gonna need the overdrive it seems. Huge neuro theft to reveal the last player and a lead. Not quite guaranteed, but at least even at the half.
Doing it again, what a round from him. I mean, just so big. I mean, the opening pick was found by Longday, but I think they just took too much time to make that split over towards the A side happen, and just so many rotates came in after that, and yeah, unable to deal with the Cypher's positioning on that heaven box. Beautiful run from Atletico once again, as it looks like another default from the side of Atlantic, just doing the same thing on this D main space. It has worked out for them before, but not sure that XCC are falling for it anymore, just ready for whatever they're gonna be trying here, as these Stingers have a lot to deal with.
Yep.
On this
a lot of
round.
ultimates here for Atlantic. Perhaps looking to invest a couple of them, get themselves a thrifty on the board. Because it does not feel good to be losing round after round here. Shot, or rather recon flash comes through. Want to deny a bit of the info, threaten the crossover, but everybody's there. My goodness, but everybody's been pulled away. The Cypher running away, the Omen ulting into B. And now this A site, bar the trips, is free up for entry. God, a trip kill.
Oh no.
Rhea.
And now all of XC ready to flood off this bomb tap. 130 coming through. Yeah, just great team fighting. I mean, it was a 50, or it was an eco round there. No weapons really available for Atlantic, but I mean, an unfortunate way to lose that one anyhow, I would say. But yeah, at least do get that Hunter's Fury out from Duck, although they did invest their own 2 ults from Knight and Rhea, so not sure if that's something you would be too happy about.
Oh my god, that replay is absolutely diabolical. But yeah, great team fighting as you said, coming out from Ecstasy. Lead secured for the end of this half, and still the Blade Storm in play. Couple of ultimates coming out potentially from the side of Atlantic as well, but
looks like just a B hit here.
yeah, simple, straight, and to the point. Run it back, Hunter's Fury, pick is found, but the Phoenix ult is sent all the way back. Rhea now gets the fight, gets the Neon Div over onto Cinder. And finally a plant to be obtained. Jesse as well over towards middle. Can't quite get the pick, and Bankashi looking a bit silly, just trying to close the door. None of their team did it for them, so had to be the one to step up themselves. It's Sky again to find a couple of kills. Knight with a finisher for Atlantic, and a chance at a decent attacking side half here on Ascent.
Those fast rounds just seem to be the answer for Atlantic here. As Just the 5-man hit coming through and just working out beautifully for them. XCC maybe not ready for the switch in base, which had been so slow just many rounds before it, even on the eco rounds, just taking their time and now finally speeding it up. And I mean, I would like to think that they should do the same again, but another 3-2 split from Atlantic and presumably a more deliberate round again, although fast A main control is obtained here by Atlantic.
Lovely little set piece to take that space away, deny the operator any sort of chance, and the smoke is going to deny them further information, their own smoke on the defensive side. Meanwhile, Sky wormed his way over into middle. Now this position completely unexpected, gonna give him access to the Neurocraft, gonna reveal everything his team needs, and this should just be a free ferry over into the B side, taking this duel with Helvetica. Perhaps not advised, perhaps Zayden is the one to take it over the line, but with Fat Death,
Rated
one for
out.
one.
Revealing area.
One enemy.
Helvetica with the most to do now, especially as Jessic does go down. And Bonkashi cleans up him too. I mean, all things considered, that's a good half for Atlantic, I would say.
Sides.
Like, the fact that they got 5 rounds there with how dominant it was looking from XC in the first few rounds, I would say you can be happy with that. And now they will be on defense side of Ascent, which is really what you want to be playing on any map, I would say. Just so favored now, I would say. But we'll see what XC has to show on his attack side. The Neon Jet, quite a potent combo potentially on these side hits and on these fast plays. So we'll see how that goes, as now we are having to wait for a P10 here coming out from Atlantic.
Regardless, so I'm curious as to how this double dive look is going to be shaping up for Ecstasy. You said it yourself, taking space without that flash going to be difficult, doubly so if they do decide to put Rhea on that scope, or who knows, maybe even Knight. Maybe he decides, screw this, I'm gonna opt. I'm gonna play selfish. I'm top of the scoreboard. Yo, need
Prime
play for
XMS
me.
performance incoming, let's do it.
Oh goodness.
I mean,
Regard.
yeah, we'll be seeing how they decide to handle stack. I personally think the fast rounds might be what they should be opting into the most, but yeah, they're still definitely capable of playing some more slow rounds too. Just, I think the more you complicate it, the harder it's gonna be to find enough value from this Jet and this Neon. So
I mean, it's definitely gonna be harder. They'd have to be pretty drilled out on it, and considering that this is their first time playing this comp, at least in the open, in official matches, I don't know if they quite have that prac behind the scenes to justify going for anything but fast hits. But hey, perhaps Atlantic will find the answers to the fast hits. Perhaps they'll have to adjust for that as well. But
yeah,
all starts with a pistol.
still seeing a P10 here, as yeah, hopefully it's not gonna take too long.
Yep. Deadly tech pauses. Oh my goodness,
Diabolical.
our observer thinks he's a comedian.
Yeah. Well, good for him, honestly.
Regardless, so it's looking like a B main brawl once this timeout, or rather once this tech pause gives up, gives way. And honestly, with the use what they have, I'd have to say I favor Atlantic if it comes down to this messy fight here in B main. Have the hot hands, have that relay vote around the Neon. And the Gent just doesn't provide as much U2 just in a direct fight, so...
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's just gonna come down a lot to how this half starts off, as well as this round going to be crucial for either team. If the economy starts kind of rolling and the ults especially get snowballing for Atlantic, it's gonna be very hard for XCC to make this happen despite their slight lead in this into this half. Because normally you would think that 7-5 does give you quite a bit of leeway to work with, but on Ascent, it's very easy to just have things snowball out of control with how traditionally defense side of this map is.
I'm looking towards it. We got Crazy Cattle Free, the 1.0, and a couple of sheep going down, but Autumn couldn't quite make it out of that one alive. I cannot see what is going on. They're running around, they're trying to figure it out, but loading into a new game now. Get into it. Where will we go? Where will we land? Ireland was the destination of choice last time, but seems like we're going to the snowy wasteland of Poland. Why is it Antarctica? What is going on? 100 sheep remaining, less now. So many going down at once, down to 80 already. Our main sheep of Autumn, immobile, presented by technical difficulties, it seems, broadcasting this at the same time. But the numbers dwindling and dwindling, 50 only now. Less than half of the original participants. Sheep number 8 going down, 40 going down, 20, 39. Autumn getting pushed around, shoved backwards, just sending it across. Pass first. But what are you gonna do? Nobody's hitting her, nobody's going for it. Exploding left and right. We see it everywhere. They're just running around trying to find some sort of advantage, but it's Autumn again, still persevering. 13, 12, 11. So many competitors and just so few remaining. 8 still alive. Will they run into her? Will they find the mark? 6 more. 5 standing between her and total victory. Sheep domination. But with the herds thinning out, the collisions get less likely. And since Autumn herself has no control, she cannot stack the odds in her favor. All left up the chance. 88, the last one to be eliminated. A drought now as we're heading into the late part of the game. They don't seem to be able to find each other. I can't tell what's going on. The camera is just static. You have sheep running around in circles, but the rest might be behind us. I can't. It's unbelievable. Another one. 28 has gone down. 5 remain. He's the one that's in front of us, still running around in a frenzy. 2 in front, 2 behind. Can't tell. We're still waiting on an update from Sky. Haven't begun yet.
Surely we just disqualify Atlantic.
GG. Donnie, you got any jokes?
Nope.
Damn. Any riddles?
No, dude, I don't know them. I don't know the stuff in English. It's cooked.
Any entertaining anecdotes?
Been at work all day. I don't really think so. My mind is on anything but that, to be honest. Oh. Well,
I choose a game, Thorny.
I would say unlimited games too, but I mean, you gotta think about it though. Unlimited bacon, it's pretty good. Yeah, I know. But
I don't care.
I think everyone knows what we're talking about, no matter what, to be honest.
This stream is scuffed enough already. Well, this. Oh. What are we pulling up this time? Alright, that seems to be couple of the golden arches. McDonald's coming in here. It's Nike, completely opposite of where the curve goes. Trying to figure out what that is. That is one of the worst apples I have ever seen in my life. Goodness gracious. Now onto the green background. Will I be able to guess it before we reveal what it's supposed to be? Is that Starbucks? Alright, Starbucks lady. Not too terrible in this one. No. Review the album. You don't remember the Pepsi logo? I mean, yeah, it's the other way around, like the curve, but whatever. Good enough. Oh, fuck this company. Valid. Yeah.
Fine is very much my entire it's such a weird religion.
I do hope Sky is alive.
Yeah.
Not sure. Not sure what's going on. We could have all been watching Plat chat. They must have sold in Fent, bro, it's fucked. Yeah, I think the longer this tick pause lasts, the more everyone's gonna be using their minds. I really hope we're not gonna be turning into what was it? NA Challengers? Oh, whoever had like a 9-hour tech pause and then had to play the game anyway. I don't remember.
What?
I think that was an NA Challengers. I might be tripping though.
Not like no, Autumn. I think he means the game that who was it?
Yeah, there was a game in Challengers
Did-
somewhere.
We are not like that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened, but from what I understood, it seems like Sky was genuinely like not feeling too good or something, and like I assume they don't know what's up. I mean, I can go into the receipt and see what's up, but sure. Oh, well, give me one
Go
sec.
ahead. Yeah. Yep. Alright, we're gonna be cutting to a short break. Hopefully a short break, and then we're gonna hopefully be right back. Hopefully with Sky in tow, but who knows what the future will bring. We'll see.
It's like
something you don't know, no, no, no. Something you don't know, no, no.
extensive tech pause. We are finally back. Unfortunately, Sky has had to depart due to medical issues. We wish him the best of recoveries and hope he is fine. And in his stead, we've gotten Ellie over from again, I forgot. From Mischiefs, fuck it. The come sub in for him. Now, when we left off, Tunnel, we were watching Ecstasy pull off a great defense side half on Ascent, but a couple of the last rounds slipped away from them. Atlantic made a bit of a case in themselves, and now if they get a pistol, this can be a very competitive map as they are on the
Yeah,
favor side.
absolutely. And I mean, Ellie subbing in should be pretty much a 1-for-1 in terms of role and level, I would say. Maybe a slight upgrade. It does seem that we are going to be going into an
Oh
A
my
hit here
goodness.
as Knight going down right away.
Yep, disintegrated. That's that slide from Cinder left and with 0 options. You look forward, you die to the left. You look left, you die from in front of you, and already taking up positions in heaven, ready for these early fights behind the smoke. But Ellie, good for one, comes in as a sub and perhaps bails their team out. Now having a chance to do so much more. Bonkashi trades on trades out of 3, left to a 1v1, and it's Ellie who have a free K to clutch the round out for their team. Gets a pistol, 6-7 for the side of Atlantic Esports.
Coming in so hot right away. I mean, that round was as good as one for XCC after that opening pick onto Knight. Smokes it down, 45 retake, free sight, but Ellie just finding those 1v1s on the retake and winning all of them, making this round recovered out of nowhere, really. As it seems like he just want to send it fast again. I can't blame them. It looked good up until those miracles were performed by Ellie right there. A free stack towards B here on the anti-eco though from Atlantic. As it does seem XC are actually walking over towards middle here, looking maybe to find some sort of fight here over towards bottom mid.
Have the Stinger forced up onto Cinder. But that will give them a bit of an advantage here if they choose to go for this trip break. Slide, Cage comes through, but this crossfire is strong. Spam is nice from Jam. Ellie though goes down. Classic from Ducky, putting out shots. Rhea there for the trade, and Jam trying to wall back with a Spectre. Not quite sure how that wasn't going to work out for you, but 4v2. Helvetica on his last legs, goes down, traded by Zayden, and 3 players left alive at the end of that one.
Not too shabby if you're Atlantic there. 3 players alive. Most of the valuable weapons recovered. We will be seeing a proper buy now coming out from Ecstasy though, and it does seem like they are just set on this heavy, I think, A-side default, ready to send it onto Bonkashi and Knight here, who do seem to have a pretty good setup ready to receive them with the paranoia.
I don't know if I'll call that a default, but the contact is made, the stun is out, paranoia, flash, all of it, throw the kitchen sink, might as well. But no kills to be gained from that. A ton of Yuto, and all they get for it is A main control. B main in the meanwhile, completely unexplored. Nobody on that side of the map, but it's advantage to Atlantic, considering the fact that they have a trip there holding passive info.
Thankfully for XC though, no deep space taken anywhere else from Atlantic, so
A singular drone, but
that
space
makes us
refilled behind the hallway.
doable, but Atlantic still comfortable to just stay over towards A here, and as long as they have a main here, XCC kind of left with few options, given the lack of space that they have as well.
Phoenix Flash takes him out, and Bonkashi and Knight, a deadly combination. Run it back, comes
Ducky
in, but
with-
Ducky for 2 takes out Rhea as well. Now, 3-on-3, but the backstab from Ear is good. Cage has a bit of a gap in it. Ellie takes advantage. Picks up a Bulldog now. Armed to the teeth. And ready to make use of it. Recon not broken. Scans up Ducky. Let her play Christmas light, but not quite killed. Now 13 seconds. Plan's gotta come in. White swings, but the Cage to provide cover. Drops down. 1v2 now. Jam. Are you gonna give up the first round? So many low health pulls, and Jam takes advantage of it. All with the Spectre.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, honestly, beautiful round from ATLNTIC, recognizing that Xe just loving this A site right now and just shutting down that A main space, not giving it up on at any cost, and traded out close enough to leave that 2v2 retake winnable, and the HP is just getting too low towards the end there and making it possible for Jam to clean up. Yeah, and it seems like XCC, I mean, they'll have the Helvetica Cypher over towards the B side, but still a heavy start over towards the A main here. 4 players for XCC.
Up and drone broken, information denied. No entry into this A main space for them at all. Recon gonna further confirm the positioning. But seems like this is really the extent that the game plan goes for Ecstasy here. Just try and fight over this A main space as hard as you can, and whether they give it up or not, just force your way in there. Paranoia once again looking to push them back, but both of these teams so damn eager to hold down the space.
XCC still, or I don't know, still 3 players over towards the A side here, but I mean, XCC not really making too much pressure, although they have cleared out A main, and now looking back over this B side where there is a cyber setup, but nothing to give it away quite.
Oh no, that's a couple of picks, and another one from Jesse on the lurk. They spot the Cypher, they don't expect the lurk, the Jet is right there, baiting like your rank games. And once again, letting her go first. Choosing to put Zayden in there as a sacrificial lamb. Not gonna work out to our advantage though, is Bonkashi with the backstab. 2-on-3 now.
Known.
Yep, aware of the defenders in this B main spot from Ducky. Might just spell the doom of them. Walking out into the side. Time is ticking. Hot hand is great for the kill, but Cinder and Ducky are even better. 8-8. Keep it even.
Solid in the post band there, and I mean that round looking a little bit weird from the start there for XC, but great. Like I mean the thing that they main space just slowing it down, and XC are not really doing anything to re-clear any of the space, and then eventually just forced to greed for the information getting picked off in the process, and XC get their first stack side around on the board. Now looking for a 5-man B hit, it looks like.
Yep, moving over from slow and calculated default over into a fast and furious hit. Cinder with Duque gets the advantage for his team. Gives them the chance to utilize that Neuro Theft and the info gathered, but Knight is waiting on that A side. Zayden with the bomb! Spike is down, now stranded. Support coming in, but it's these Cyphers fighting on the flank. Tucked over towards Jenny now. Stun comes through, but he's caught the timing. He's found the gap, thinking the armor. The Paranoia is too damn good. Running around Cinder! 4 kills in his back pocket, knows the Cypher's far away, info now relayed from his teammates, and a chance to 1v5 perhaps, an ace on the cards.
And
HP,
Ellie 1 HP, I mean,
so
does invest in
any
real
of them.
theft there, but...
Can comes through, both players, couple of shots from going down, finds the position, slides out, Ellie can't miss a shot! Cinder, you gotta be kicking yourself! If you're in his position, so damn tough, had the chance for a round of a lifetime.
That is ridiculous. I mean, a big blunder there from XC to ult onto that A side with the spike, unaware of how close Atlantic already is. But then Cinder recovers that round, makes it doable with the 4K with the overdrive there. But Ellie on 1 HP wins the clutch. Just incredible work from the sub here.
And you
As
can't be letting those rounds go.
Xctually now on another eco. I mean,
My eyes are down.
Your economy in rough
looking
shape.
like a
You're
spread
on the-
default.
You're on the attack side of Ascent. And you need every single round you can get. Because they are starting to pile up for Atlantic. And with this low buy, I don't think they're getting anything here on this one. Another re-smoke. Pick this up. Looking for a bit of a peek through, but Bonkashi's good for it. Hot unawares perhaps, but Cinder not as sharp with that 6 iron.
Ducky though.
Yep.
Jam spotted here as well. Caught
And-
by the backstab.
And the distraction is good, playing off of each other, 2 and 2 split, but now the door is closed. So Zaiden and Ear, no choice but to fight forward through these couple of opponents, both the duelists on the side of Atlantic, and both of them fall to Zaiden, the smokes player, paying in dividends, and Ducky's good for the trade on tonight. 9 and 9, we're still keeping it close.
Big round there from X. I mean, finding those gaps, but honestly, like, it's also just some ridiculous, like,
That goes there.
picks in the first place. I mean, like, the opening kill there that made it the 44, that made it doable from Ducky. I don't know how it happened, but it's just inexcusable when you're on the anti-eco 5v4, I would say. And now a 4-man gamble on this, or a 5-man gamble rather, on this eco for Atlantic, walking up A main. But unfortunately not quite gambling correctly, as it seems Ecstasy more than ready to hit B now.
Atlantic been loving these A main pushes, and perhaps Ecstasy getting familiar with their game, starting to get used to it. It's just Ear, Helvetica.
Ecstasy slowing it down though, missing their window perhaps. Not aware quite how many players were pushed up over towards A side here.
Yeah, Helve definitely saw a couple, but not enough for them to just step on the gas pedal and just floor it into the B site. Now, giving opportunities for Knight. Stuck himself close in towards Switch. Finds a bit of a spot out, but Cinder's faster. And again, Bonkashi taken out by Helve. Now, pretty much the entire map under the heavy heel of Ecstasy. Control in mid, control towards B, and for these two players, just a singular bandit holds all of their chances.
This is exactly what you're hoping for if you are an Ecstasy fan.
One enemy remaining.
Up,
This
finds
round
one at Welly.
will be theirs, and now the economy side of things looking a lot better for them, you know, like stringing some rounds together, plenty of money in the bank, very clean round there. And yeah, another buy will be in here for Atlantic. They do have some solid ults here to make this one happen. I wonder if Ecstasy will be planning anything around them, as it seems Atlantic will just be playing a normal setup here. Knight loving this A main one way.
Yeah, and perhaps perhaps feeling that the shutdown on A main was too damn heavy, they decided to go straight back to it, expecting Atlantic perhaps to give it up for free, but no. Knight is here again with this one way. How to step across, going to give them the advantage they need, give them the positioning. Paranoia is good for the stone, the hot hand is there. But
That is
again,
a lot of you to bait out, and the pick found by Helvetica again in mid.
it's a Cypher. Again, the dagger in the back.
Deploying
Find
drone.
yet another opportunity for them.
And now, honestly,
Parike
if-
out towards mid, this drone probably gonna spot him. There it is, but the coverage from Ducky is immaculate. bails out his teammate, keeps them 5v3 now, brings them up to a huge advantage, and with his exploration out from Jam, has to make a drop sound, not even gonna get the chance to. Isha drops him dead before he can even think of stepping on that grassy field, and now Rhea towards the back of the site.
30
Knight
seconds
coming
left.
into assist. It's them against the world, bunkered up and back of B.
Last player standing.
Rhea, first one to fall, and Knight surely soon to follow. One to be
Spike
found,
down, B.
two awaiting him over towards the lane side. Another one, Zaiden, getting a little bit over eager
Time getting
perhaps.
low.
Be careful, Knight is dangerous,
10 seconds
and you're
left.
running out of time now. Roaming over towards backside, tap on the plant, looking for him, finding opportunities, but the time is too far gone. An 8 from
What?
Knight to bring it back to 10.
That is insane. I think that was pretty much a clean 1v5 from Knight, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's so good from him. But what are we doing though on side X's? Time is low, just the spacing completely falling apart despite hearing that Omen ult presumably over towards the back of B side. And honestly, I mean that is just a heartbreaking round to lose.
Just
Although-
the panic, the discipline.
Economy now still actually pretty favorable for Ecstasy. A very healthy buy for them. Going up against a buy for a line that's actually still pretty broken despite winning that last round.
I mean, they should have plenty in
Judges
the
and
covers.
Bulldogs having to cover up the gaps here.
Knight with a region shield. Gonna have a little bit of that extra, but Cinder finds a nice little pick onto Rhea. Jesse's still hunting, creeping up mid with an outlaw. Not expected. Updrafted over the trip perhaps, but now has to cross it.
Oh no.
Fucking herself. No way to get over it. And Knight there for the punish.
Cage triggered.
4v4 now. And a lot of damage onto the defensive Sova, but the positioning seems to be going into this Knight character. The one who made an ace last round can't quite do it this time. Foes after the first. The Cinder with a free K, perhaps looking to answer, perhaps looking to make up
Spike
for his
planted.
earlier misgivings. Not being able to find the 5K. He has another opportunity to get it now.
Enemy mark.
Spot out on the drone. Positioning for shield towards tree, but there's plenty
Last
more
player
behind
standing.
it. Cinder, yet another one. Give it to him. Give him the ace. No. Zaiden
Cinder.
decides. No time for that door to break on tree. Has to take the fight. Forced into it by Jam, and he's gonna be good for it.
That
Been
is a
good for
lovely
the
round
entire-
from Cinder. Answering
Yeah.
back on that incredible round from Knight, just saying, whatever you can do, I can do it too, and just finds 4 just individual fights, winning
Yeah.
all of them.
Remember the
And-
start of the half? This guy was at 6 kills. He was
Yeah.
6 and 7, and he's gotten 14. And what is that? 3.
Cover going out.
What? I can't
Should
count. I
Be,
forgot
should
how to
be
count.
9 rounds, but
Yeah.
yeah, really heating up now is Cinder and the entirety of XC, to be honest, as now another broken buy on this 11-10 scoreline for Atlantic.
Here.
And Jesse just back on the outlaw, looking for any kind of overextension, ready to punish.
Yep, I love this walk up. I love the aggression, but I want to see them tighten the screws, make sure not to have any leakages like they did in that 1v5. My god.
Plenty of time to play with still, and already all the map space in the world. Although still going into the setup by Atlantic is Ecstasy. Jesse, meanwhile, finding the pick on the B side, but Cinder does go down.
Yep, and at depth of Cinder should have been the signal for them to go over towards the B side, but perhaps taking a bit of an unorthodox routing, decide to go into garden, into tree, and ultimately Ducky planting his feet, standing on that
Match
site, and
point.
standing tall he does.
Knight
It's
might
up to
have
12.
1v5 them, but they are not scared of him, and yeah, just absolutely running down the weaker weapons there after taking their time on the initial default and just taking all the map space for free with those outlaws, with those stronger guns, and honestly, Atlantic just were left to watch and wait as it happened. Did try to find something on the A main push. Unfortunately, it was not enough, as now another A main default from XC is coming out. Drone will spot Bonkashi here, but might not
Again.
spot the rest of the stack.
Hot has paranoia. Same old. Using that YouTube to hold them at bay, but what does it matter? You already have 3 stacked onto the side. The delay doesn't buy you much, and that's YouTube that you're not gonna have on the actual hit. XC have done a great job getting all of that out of Atlantic, and now they're setting up for the real deal. Over towards the 3 side. Again, it's the A split. It should catch them off guard, but look at the CP. Over into backside B. A late lurk, perhaps, or an opportunity to pivot back. Ducky caught on the retreat.
It's absolute chaos on this map right now.
Cage triggered.
Nowhere to...
No territory can truly be considered safe for either team. Yesy.
My goodness. Even in your spawn, you're not safe.
30 seconds
And the
left.
spike has made its way to B. Cinder, the savior of last round, is pardon, the round before that, is going to be the planter for this one. And so much time, but gosh, so damn far away. And Ducky is behind a trip in main. Finds the kill over onto Helvet. So that's gonna let Bonkashi speed up, but still, 2 players and Cinder's taking initiative.
Cinder, wow.
Own accord. Paranoia comes in. The swing from Zayden.
Attackers
13
win.
to 10. 2 to 0. XTC prove that Atlantic are not unkillable.
That might have been time-wise the longest map we've had to play on PCMT so far, but XT do it. And yeah, just a great game, great map to watch. But man, XC are looking hot. Everyone's just shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. Ducky coming in as that clutch sub, but hats off to Helvet and Cinder. Really the hard carries of this
Yeah.
team. Helvet over on that chamber on Haven, just putting up first blood after first blood, and then Cinder here, 14 kills in 9 rounds, ending up 22 and 14 after a disappointing first half on defense. He really proved that he can come into his own on this duelist, on this Neon.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean that's what we were talking about, right? Like if Cinder is feeling it, if some of these individuals in general on XC are feeling it, any map is winnable. Nothing is really like no game will ever feel comfortable against this team just because of what we know they are capable of, and it started looking so dominant over towards the end there. Of course, some unfortunate circumstances though for the side of Atlantic here.
Yep. Yeah, tough day for Atlantic, but you know who's not a tough day for? Alex Helvet. How you doing, my friend?
I feel good. That's kind of the longest. That felt like a quadruple overtime. Bit sleepy, but it was fun. It was fun. It felt like a good game.
Yeah, absolutely did. Slowed down towards that middle of that second map, but picked it right back up. Oh, your teammate almost gets an ace. Knight gets one of his own, and then another 4K for Cinder. So damn tough. Couldn't quite get the multi kills, but you got quite a few of your own in that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I felt much better on the Haven. We've still never scrimmed that map. We've only played the 2 officials in it, and we were toying with playing Chamber on Ascent. We're playing it quite fast and loose with the comps. But yeah, that felt really good. I still think Sin should have had that ace. Don't know where his bullets went, and yeah, no, fair enough. The Knight on the 1v5. You know, it was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah. I mean, how did you feel about playing that chamber on the Haven? I mean, the op just was working so well for you. So many picks over towards Silong. Is it something that's just really comfortable for you, or was it just one of those days where you just couldn't miss? Tell me a bit more about how that map went for you.
I think our logic with the ops and specifically the chamber is just abuse it until they proved that we can't, and for whatever reason they kept giving us a few free peaks. And so they never really stopped us, so we never really stopped doing it. And then I think on this map, this is more of just let's Cinder have some fun. I'm happy to full bunker one site on Chamber, or on Cypher rather. But yeah, it was good. That's C on Haven is maybe my favorite site to hold, just in the game. So was very happy
Fair
with that one.
enough. Yeah, you were looking great. I mean, even when you were holding over to the side, just that one round where you got 4, it was very, very nice from you. How was it playing against Atlantic in general? Did you guys feel like their game plans were difficult for you to deal with? Did you have many, or was it just a matter of playing your own game and just letting your players do the rest?
We're very much focusing on ourselves and our own win conditions, but it really felt like no matter where they hit, it was quite strong. They never felt too disjointed. So like we could never play too loose, even when we were stringing some rounds together. But yeah, they felt very fun to play against. Very, very solid team.
Yeah, were you worried on the on that second half of Ascent after they got the pistol and the bonus together?
No, not at all, because it was either like the rounds were either won by like miracle rounds by them or huge trolls by us, and that's just, it won't happen consistently. It's like in a game, in a series, there are going to be some horrible rounds from us and some miracle rounds for them, but that's not going to define the half. I think felt like round after we won the 4th round, we kind of settled into the half a lot more. Our comms were quite weak in the start of that half, but we really stepped it up and then strung the last couple of rounds we needed together.
Yeah.
Just one more question for me. How was like playing with Ducky? I mean, having that sub on the team, not sure how much it affected you guys. He did look pretty strong, especially over towards that map of Ascent. Yeah, was it a lot different to play with him compared to Ryaku?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, no, it was very different. Rhea, I think, is like, the stats don't do him justice for how good he is. In our scrims, I think he averages like 1-1v4 per scrim. But before the game on Haven, we just told Ducky, play whatever you're more comfortable on the Sova or the Fade, and play loose with the util. Just kind of do what you want. But he was great fun to have on the team, and I'm looking forward to playing against his team.
fair enough.
All right. Well, still in contention for first place, or are they even? Considering the fact that you lost to NIP, I guess your fate is in their hands for top of the group now. You'd need them to lose out, otherwise they're gonna snag that first spot in the group based on head-to-head. But do you believe in NIP to lose their next match for you to top the group?
I have full faith in them losing every game from here on out. Honestly, I support them in all of their losing endeavors.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You heard it here, Kaipo.
They were a great team, and they deserve to win that match. We were not as locked as we could have been, but I think if we play them again, I'm backing us. Shout out to my teammates. Shout out to Poland. Yeah, we're getting the run back for sure.
All right. Well, I believe that's everything from us, and if that's everything for you as well, Helvet, then I believe we can call it a day for this round of games, or rather singular game.
That was very fun. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for putting on a great show. I'll let you go back to your team and celebrate, and the rest of you, stay tuned for more PCMT coming later this week. We got some exciting matches coming up. No spoilers. Might be involved.